From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm David Augustine. Foreign Affairs Minister Anita Anand says Canada relies on Italy to connect with Canadians in Iran, but admits using an intermediary isn't the most efficient way of dealing with consular issues. A group called the Iranian Justice Collective says it heard from an undisclosed source the federal government intends to reestablish diplomatic relations and reopen its embassy in Tehran. Anand gave an update on that issue today.
We do not have plans to open an embassy in Iran or Venezuela at the current time. We do want to always support Canadians in either of those jurisdictions or anywhere else in the world.
Yesterday, Prime Minister Mark Carney said having no diplomats on the ground in Caracas makes it difficult for Ottawa to offer help to Canadians who might be affected by the massive earthquakes that recently hit Venezuela. Prime Minister Carney has unveiled plans to restore 24 Sussex Drive, the official home for prime ministers that has been uninhabitable for a decade, plagued by rats, asbestos, and mounting costs.
Carney says he doesn't want to see a national symbol like this crumble anymore.
After decades of deferred maintenance and neglect, this house sits empty.
Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre says this shouldn't be a government priority.
When I see the homelessness on our streets and I see the young people who are desperate to start families but can't get a house to do it, I just think the last thing on our mind should be 24 Sussex Drive.
Carney says it will be restored as a residence, but he himself will never live there.
This is for future prime ministers and really for Canadians.
David Baxter, The Canadian Press, Ottawa.
Al Boivin, one of Canada's most wanted fugitives, has been arrested in Spain after more than 3 years on the run. The 36-year-old from Quebec was wanted on Canada-wide warrants for charges including gangsterism, kidnapping, forcible confinement, and weapons trafficking. Quebec police say Boivin is a close associate of David Pic-Turmel, the alleged blood family mafia leader arrested in Italy last year. Police are calling the arrest a major step against organized crime, noting they worked with the RCMP, Interpol, and European authorities to track him down. And a new survey suggests most Canadian teens have encountered real violence or gore online. 85% of the 1,000 teens who participated in an online survey in January reported seeing either form of brutality online. Lead researcher Alexa Dodge says she was taken aback by the findings.
The rates at which young people were seeing this and the types of content they were seeing at high rates really surprised us, and I think even surprised the folks at the Canadian Centre for Child Protection, which they're not an easy group to shock because they see the worst of the worst online.
The online survey was conducted by polling firm Leger and commissioned by scholarly organization DIY. That's the Digital Safety and the Canadian Centre for Child Protection. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, it was May 5th when the Toronto Maple Leafs fans heard these fateful words on the NHL Network broadcast.
The number 12, the Toronto Maple Leafs have won the NHL Draft Lottery.
That's right, and now the pick is in tonight as the 2026 NHL Draft gets underway in Buffalo, New York, with Penn State prospect Gavin McKenna expected to go to the Leafs first overall. From the rink to the pitch, where New Zealand faces Belgium tonight at the final World Cup group stage game to be held at Vancouver's BC Place. Belgium, which entered the tournament ranked 9th in the world, is third in Group G with 2 points and risks elimination if it can't get a good result against the last-place Kiwis. Group-leading Egypt plays second-place Iran in Seattle at the same time. And the Toronto Blue Jays continue a 4-game series with the Texas Rangers at Rogers Centre tonight. The Jays dropped last night's opener 6-5, extending their losing streak to 3 games. From the Canadian Press, I'm David Augustine.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.